Hi everyone, and welcome back to Geek Gab. And hey me, what am I doing here? If I'm here, then who's in there? This is a little strange. We gotta get to the bottom of this. It's time to unmask you. Let's see who that is. Ta-da! Oh, Danny, how long have you been in that costume?
Been here for quite a while. It's kind of hard to breathe. Yeah. How's it going, everyone?
Hey everybody, so, again, welcome to Geek Gab, and this week it's with me, Tommy, and my special guest, Danny Castellanos from We the Geeks of East LA. Yeah. So, today's topic, Danny, we really want to talk about is, it's con season.
It's con season,
It's like full-blown cosplay time, and you're notorious, man, like, you've cosplayed from every single sense that I can think of. Like, you see, we got your, you've done Gokai Red, you've done Cody Red, and then Mega Ranger,
Gal Ranger,
yeah,
Time Ranger,
yep. What about your Green Ranger one?
Lord
Draken one, right?
Oh, I don't have a Lord Draken. I did my, I have an original Green Ranger.
Okay.
So
and then, what else is there? I think it's like what, like almost 7, 8? It's more, right?
Yeah.
So like, I gotta ask, man, like, how do you keep, are there any pro tips for like cosplaying? Because these helmets are so hard to breathe.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have a lot of like tips for helmets. One big rule for a helmet is the fogginess inside the helmet. Because sometimes there's helmets that don't have breathing holes inside, so when you're breathing and you're moving around at a con, your breath starts fogging up the visor. So I mean, there's all the obvious like things you can use, like anti-fog for car windshields and stuff. But if you don't have any of those, you can use toothpaste.
Toothpaste?
Yeah, you rub toothpaste all over the visor, and then
inside or out, like
inside, because that's what's fogging up. And then you grab a wipe and you just wipe it all off, clean, and it survives for like a good 5 hours.
That's amazing.
Or you can use shaving cream, same way. You just
I heard shampoo too, like
shampoo too, yeah.
Like not like any shampoo, but conditioner. Like I saw them use that, and it's like it helps. And so what, like most of the time these suits, like when you suit up, there's no zipper, there's no. Like, how do you stay in cosplay for so long? Like, a lot of people want to get into cosplay.
Well, see, that's the thing. When you're cosplaying like a Power Ranger or a Kamen Rider or a Super Sentai, if I'm going to a con, I make sure I eat my breakfast. You know, so you.
Are there any things like you would avoid eating, like greasy food or anything like that? Or?
Anything big, and don't drink a lot of juice or water beforehand. I mean, of course, use it for your meal, but don't drink too much. And before you suit up at a con, make sure to use the restroom and all that necessary stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, when it comes to like armor pieces and stuff like this, always have someone to help you get into your costume, because there's no way you can do this alone.
Have a buddy.
Yes.
Buddy system.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I wore the wizard suit for a Power Morphin Con, I think that summer was really hot. I was dying in there. But like, thankfully, like Danny's tips like helped me, like little sips of water. Like I was like trying to chug the whole bottle, and he was like, "No, man, like little sips. It's gonna get you a lot of ways." And eventually, I built up my tolerance. Like I think I can stay in the suit roughly about maybe an hour and a half.
And that's the thing too. Is like always have water with you, or like granola bars and stuff in a bag. So whether you're in cosplay, always have a bag with you, and if you don't want to carry a bag because, you know, oh, it's going to ruin my cosplay pictures and stuff, have a friend. If a friend is there, even better. But if you don't have a friend, carry a bag and, you know, just set it aside for pictures. Yeah.
So definitely, do you have any tips that help people sustain their cosplay? Because I know, like, you have so many suits. Like, how do you keep them so clean and nice looking?
Well, here's the thing. This has happened a lot for the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger suits. I've seen people throw them in the washer. That's a big no-no. Because,
what happens?
For example, the red Mighty Morphin Power Ranger suit, I've seen people throw them in the washer, and you know how the Mighty Morphin have the diamonds?
Oh no.
Those turn pink. So, big no-no. What I've done in the past is I've hand washed it in my sink.
And cold water? Or?
Yeah, cold water with soap. You hand wash it and you just hang them to dry. And if you don't want to go through that, go to the dry cleaners. You know, just drop off your suit to the dry cleaners and they'll clean it for you. It's like $6.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they ever like look at you weird, like when you have
yeah, I mean, it's like, oh, what's this? And then you gotta give them the explanation of like, yeah, it's my costume, you know.
Oh man, but your helmets, like, I think you have over what 20?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 20 helmets, and you keep them so clean and shiny. Like, how do you do it, man? Like, I think there was I think I remember you did something for me. It was like when I first was in Koryu Red, and Danny was showing me this really cool way how to pack the suit inside the helmet and then wrap the suit. Like, you gotta tell people how you do that, man. Like,
so, I mean, well, because sometimes, you know, you're going to a con and you don't want to carry a giant box around. So, I mean, what I do is for Power Rangers and Super Sentai suits, it's no armor pieces, you know? It's super easy. It's the suit, a belt, gloves, and boots, you know, and probably even a holster. And what I do is, you know, I fold up the suit nicely and just stuff it in there. I have the boots together, and what I do is I grab the gloves and the cuffs, fold them in, grab the belt, fold that into the other boot, and there you go. Simple as that.
Yeah, man, but like your helmets are so like beautiful. Like, do you like wax them, or what do you do? Like, you gotta tell me some of these stickers. So my helmet's kind of looking like it looks like it. I keep it in a glass case, you know, like
Well, I mean, this is very easy. I never use any products to clean the helmet, so like no Windex or anything. It's just water and a towel. So you dab that out, and you know, if you have like little scratches, for example, like this right here, that's easy to buff out. So what I would do for like a scratch like this is I would grab an eraser and just, you know, gently...
An eraser?
Eraser, yeah. And just gently, you know, scratch it off with the eraser, and then just like, it's like you're buffing it off, like buffing all the little scratches off.
Right.
And then what you will notice is that, oh, it's less shiny in that spot, and that's because, you know,
we've dulled it out, right?
Yeah, so after you do that, again, grab a wet towel and just, you know, clean it around. And I use car wax. And
car wax?
Yeah, so this car wax, they sell them like in AutoZone. And you get 2 separate rags, one to put the wax on,
okay,
and the other one to take the wax off. And that starts, you know, making the helmet shiny again.
You got Mr. Miyagi going for like wax and wax off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think if like you would make a tutorial video, people would love that.
I'm actually planning on doing that.
That's soon. Awesome, man. Like, I would love that because my helmet it's seen better days. Like, I take this one to a lot of conventions. So like it's my favorite. Like, Wizard is like my, I think, second favorite common rider out there. So of course being Fies.
He's a cool rider.
He is a cool rider. And so any other tips, Danny, you want to give to us? About
yeah, you know, sometimes I get a lot that, you know, oh man, the helmets stink inside, you know, how do you get rid of that stink? Newspaper.
Newspaper?
Yeah, newspaper. Newspaper absorbs the smell of anything. You can put newspapers on your shoes and it'll absorb the nasty smell. And what I do is, you know, just stuff in newspaper in there, leave it for 2 days, and you'll see the difference. And if you want it to smell good, the dry sheets. Sheets.
Yeah.
Just throw one in there, and you have a good smelling helmet.
And, since we have you here today, like, man, like, so at Power Morphicon, I'm here to tell you, man, like, every time I like when I didn't cosplay, I would follow you around. I'd be holding all your stuff and taking pictures for you.
He was the good friend.
I always like notice like everybody flocked to you. And what is the difference that with posing? Like, I noticed that when you pose, you practice like a week, and you get these poses down. Do you think that's the reason why like people flock to you more, because you make these like you put effort into them? Or
I think so, because I mean you see someone that sees someone in a red costume, you automatically think, oh, it's a Power Ranger.
Right.
And it's like, oh yeah, you know, you go and you take the picture, but if you go the extra mile and you pose, attract a crowd because it's like, oh wow, what is he doing? Oh, he's posing. That's so cool. I want a picture too. You know?
Yeah.
So it's that, and yeah, you know, it's like I'm a huge fan of Power Rangers and Super Sentai, so I even go and like,
you do the extra mile,
the thing. So you know,
like unfortunately we don't have like the Gabatiera suit today, the Koryuger one, but
and
you can dance it. I know you can do the you get that little dance.
Yeah.
I know you know it. And that's just like, it's amazing, man. Like I see you pose, and like I know like there's a lot of Red Rangers at like Power Morphin Con, but I know that people flock towards you the most.
Well, like, that, and you know,
if you have any like tips for those Power Red Rangers, like what poses would you recommend? Like, I mean, which one do you see the most that people always do, and it's generic and boring? What do you think it is?
The Mighty Morphin Power Ranger pose.
Which one's that one?
The one where you just stand still and hold your butt.
Yeah, that one's kind of boring.
That one, and just the regular, you know,
the
fist out.
What would you recommend for like a really cool pose?
Well,
like,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, every other Sentai or Ranger or even Kamen Rider, they have their signature move.
Wizards is really boring.
So it's just
it's this and it's this because in the show like that the armor is really tough for the arms to move. So when they were shooting it, they were just like, we gotta give them something like simple.
So yeah, you know, and I think, you know, if you're cosplaying a character, you're cosplaying them for a reason. You know, it's like it's your favorite character. So it's like get to know the Rangers poses. You know, like what Mighty Morphin Red. It's not just this, but in the Danger, it's the whole. You know, he poses like this, and he has like all this other movement before he does this pose.
Right.
And it's like you hardly see a Red Ranger do this pose, and that's like the.
I know who does that. Geki did it. Geki does it. Like whenever I saw him Power Morphin God, he did that pose and people were just like flipping out. Senpai, man, like senpai and goals. And yeah, man, like thank you so much for having you on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's showtime. And again, thank you so much, you guys. And do you guys have any tips for cosplay? Anything you would like to give to me and share with the community? If you can, leave it on the comments below and subscribe. And please check out Danny Castellanos' channel, We the Geeks of East LA. Amazing channel. The content is amazing. If you guys haven't checked it out already, I love Dragon of Nightmare. That's one of my favorite videos. And please comment below and subscribe. Thank you so much, and see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Ciao.